That was a good one.
Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. Welcome to this YouTube show. There are going to be spoilers in this here
Lots of
episode.
Spoilers.
It's also the second part of a two-part thing, which is also in itself a third, possibly fourth part of a larger thing. So if you've been watching all of these, then you should know by now that they're spoilers. And if not, you should probably go back and watch the one before this because this is the second part of it. Oh, God.
There's always going to be spoilers.
Spoilers! The spoilers for Marvel movies.
Woohoo.
All right.
Quick, watch all the movies.
Yeah, quick.
Pause.
Sit down, watch all the movies. Should take like 20 minutes.
You'll be good.
Have a Marvel marathon right
Yeah, exactly.
We'll wait.
All right.
Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of March Marvel Madness. That's what I called it.
Yep.
Part 2 of the Villain.
The villain part.
Brackets.
Western Conference.
Yeah. So, let's not waste any time. Let's head straight in. First round. Hydra versus Caecilius.
Caecilius was...
From Doctor Strange.
Okay, yeah.
Messed up eye man.
I got it.
He's also Hannibal Lecter.
Hydra was pretty cool with that.
Hydra is a reoccurring threat.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention the other one. I'm only doing the movie villains. Because I did TV show, then one, they would all win, and two, the list would be like twice as long.
Yeah.
So, just the movies. I'm going to say Caecilius. I thought his motivations were interesting. He was a little one track, one note, but he did have a nice one-on-one with Doctor Strange at one point, who I thought was nice. And Hydra seemed to just be evil for evil's sake.
Well, yeah.
I'd have to go with Caecilius as well, just because he also, kind of technically created another villain by exposing the Ancient One's secret, and then he exposed that, or Doctor Strange exposed that to
Mordo. I want to say.
Yeah.
Baron Mordo. Yep, that's it.
Mordo.
Okay. Strucker from Avengers Age of Ultron. Or Loki from a bunch of them. So Strucker was the guy who was like, we will never surrender, never give up. I'm going to surrender. I have my ship ready. And Loki is the guy that everyone likes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Loki.
I like
Loki. Yeah.
Loki.
Didn't see it coming.
Okay. Next up. Hela from Ragnarok versus the Dark Elves from Dark World.
I go with Hela.
I'm going with Hela.
I'm hella going with Hela.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hella going
A
with
joke
Hela.
no one has ever made before.
Oh. Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Didn't see that.
I'm the first one to make that joke ever.
Might want to put the copyright on that.
It's on the
Copyrighted.
internet, so...
I own this joke about a character I don't own. Alright, that was easy. Moving on. AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics, versus Killmonger from Black Panther.
I'm going to go with Killmonger.
Killmonger.
AIM could heal and do fire stuff, and we're also smart. I want to go Killmonger, because he was a well-fleshed out character.
He also did take down some governments, as they said in there.
Yeah. To prepare for Wakanda, yeah. No, he was a cool character. Next up. This one's going to be tough for me personally. Ultron from Avengers Age of Ultron versus Red Skull from Captain America the First Avenger. This is tough. I love both these villains. I love the actors who played both of them. I love their presence, their energy, the way they chose to play the characters I thought were good.
Red Skull was definitely smart. Ultron had his anger issues.
Well, I liked... I really like the actor who played Ultron.
Yes, I did too.
Fantastic
job.
And so I thought his humor was good and interesting for a robot. Like, it's usually AIs are like, even in the comics, he's like, I am Ultron. Humans equal bad. We destroy But he was like, he had intelligence. Like, he was personality. Red Skull was a Nazi who had the skills to do the crazy thing Hitler wanted to do. Like, what's his face? Zola said, he thinks he's a god and wants to destroy everything. And the way he followed, because he could actually do it. He's not.
So
yeah.
true.
So
This is a tough for me too, so I'm just gonna go with Ultron for now.
So for Ultron.
I'm gonna go with Ultron.
Ultron. All right, that makes mine easier.
Ultron it is.
But for clarity's sake, I guess I'll also say Ultron. Might as well make it unanimous. All right, next up, Aisha and the Sovereign from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, or Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch as a team.
Ooh.
The beginning of Age of Ultron. So, Scarlet Witch turns good. Quicksilver dies.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha and the Sovereign are not the main villains, but they are like a constant threat throughout the film and are creating a bigger enemy in the future Guardians. This is tough. Well, how does Scarlet Witch lose points for her and Quicksilver lose points for eventually turning good? Or does that make them better?
Could make them better.
Because they had good motivation.
I mean,
Iron Man indirectly led to their parents dying.
They're kind of both on a thing of revenge. Sovereign weren't technically like bad until like they kind of had justifiable
robbed.
robbed.
They were wrong.
They stole their precious thing they were hired to protect.
Yes, which then like it went against their code, which means that they you had to die.
Yeah.
But then again, I think that Quicksilver, them just as Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, just as two people, created so much mayhem. I'm going with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
That's a good point.
Well, I already picked Scarlet Witch.
Oh,
because,
so then they win.
yeah.
I guess I'll go with them too.
Because Scarlet Witch. That's my over there.
Okay, I'll go with them too. Sure. Next up, Korath from Guardians of the Galaxy versus the Winter Soldier. Korath is the black alien dude who says "Who?" and then Star-Lord says "Star-Lord, man, come on." Ironically, no one knows who Korath is.
I like Winter Soldier.
I believe in the comics he's Korath the hunter or the finder, or the tracker.
I
Something.
think it was something like Hunter, like
something like that. Yeah, he's a Kree in the comics. I assume he's a Kree in the movie, even though he doesn't look like the Kree.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Winter
Soldier, who was Bucky brainwashed.
Winter Soldier.
I'd have to go Winter Soldier just because he was just
Yeah.
He was an effective villain.
Yeah. He was a threat. He had the powers of Captain America plus a robot arm plus he's willing to kill. Yada yada yada. Although Cap is also willing to kill, but not his best friend. Next up, Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy versus Alexander Pierce, Senator Alexander Pierce from Winter Soldier. Robert Redford is a brilliant actor, and his performance in Winter Soldier is great. His motivations are a little wonky.
Remember, it's a villain, so Yondu as a villain.
Yes, he was a villain in the first one.
Yes.
He almost kills him a bunch of times.
I go with Yondu.
And he is a criminal, but in 2, they kind of shine a new light on it where you see his motivations a little clearer, that he is trying to be a good dad. He's just really bad at being a dad. And Alexander Pierce believes that Hydra is the way for world peace, in a way, by creating war and fear.
Yondu?
No, Alexander Pierce.
No, I'm voting.
You're voting Yondu.
What is Yondu?
That is tough.
It was a tough one. I just go.
I have to say that Yondu had a more effective weapon.
As far as power set goes, in a fight, Yondu would totally win against a senator.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going with Yondu.
All right. I'll say Pierce because it doesn't matter. Because I think he deserves like honorable mention. So that was a really good villain.
True.
Next up, Taserface and the Mutiny Ravengers from Guardians 2, or the Tinkerer from Spider-Man: Homecoming. Tinkerer is the guy who made all of Vulture's gadgets, and this is specifically the Ravengers who turned on Yondu.
I would have to go like, oh man, that's actually kind of hard because
it is
because like
I didn't like the Taserface.
Tinkerer honestly didn't do much.
Yeah, he created
the stuff.
Yeah, he created stuff, and he was all in.
Yeah,
he was aware of what they were doing, and he was fine with it. So he is a villain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Taserface was more proactive.
Yeah.
He had a running gag. He's the one who let the Sovereign know where to find Yondu and all them.
Did he? Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking
before
of,
he died, he called him.
Of course, but did Tinkerer die?
No, he lived.
He lived.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
No, I think only one of the Shockers died. I think everyone else lived in that movie.
I go. I don't know. Shit.
I'm gonna go with Taserface and Ravagers just because they were so effective for the small time being. But yes.
Yeah, because they both have little screen time, honestly.
That is true. I go with Taserface actually.
Okay, I'll second that. Okay. Next up, Mitchell Carson from Ant-Man versus the Mandarin / Trevor Slattery.
From
Iron Man 3. So Mitchell Carson was the guy trying to sell the Ant-Man formula to Hydra and AIM and all them.
Yeah.
And Trevor Slattery was the actor playing the leader of the Ten Rings in Iron Man 3. Technically wasn't a real villain.
Yeah.
But he was entertaining.
Yes. It's very entertaining.
So, do we go with a guy who was barely in the movie but was bad? Or a guy who was in the movie a lot but actually wasn't that bad?
I think...
I go with Trevor.
Yeah, I'd go with Trevor just because, like, he had a... he just had, like, when it comes down to it, comic relief, like, he was just hilarious.
Man, guys.
I will also say Trevor because he was very funny and I like that. Next up, Wakabi from Black Panther or Thanos from a bunch of them. So, Wakabi's a jerk just because Black Panther didn't kill the guy who killed his parents. He's like, well, then I'm going to make sure you die and betray you and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on. And Thanos, who we've been told is the biggest bad, but have yet to actually see him do anything.
But easy.
Yeah, at this point, what he's been doing...
We haven't seen Infinity War yet. That hasn't come out yet.
Exactly. So
we're only up to March of 2018.
He's been...
As of right now, I'm going to go with Wakabi.
Wakabi, okay. Well, Thanos was behind Loki in Avengers.
He was behind a lot of things.
Behind Ultron in Age of Ultron. He was behind Ronan the Accuser.
Oh, that is true, damn it.
In Guardians. And has he made any other
Nebula.
appearances?
Technically.
And he raised Nebula and Gamora.
Can I change it to Thanos now?
Change it to Thanos?
Yes.
Because we've heard mostly like how bad he is from them, really, his daughters.
Yeah.
Or like, he killed our family and raised us to kill.
He did also kill, what's his name's whole planet? The Guardians of
Drax.
Drax.
Drax is... Well, Ronan killed his family, exterminated his people on behalf of Thanos.
That's very true.
Similar to how Loki was going to take over Earth on behalf of Thanos.
But then again, like, we haven't seen something big enough for Thanos to technically fight against. Like,
somehow he orchestrated Ultron. Like, he activated the gem, or stone, whatever, that created Ultron in the hopes of getting more of the gems and destroying the heroes, and so he can come in and take everything. Which is why at the end of that movie he puts on the glove and goes like, well, what did he say at the end?
Yeah.
I guess I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Thanos.
So that's 2 for Thanos? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll also say Thanos. It would have been real bad if a dude who was barely in Black Panther beat Thanos. Even though Thanos has barely been in the movies, the hype behind him is pretty good. Alright. Next up, Dormammu from Doctor Strange versus Ivan Vanko, a.k.a. Whiplash, from Iron Man 2. So, Dormammu is an all-powerful demon god thing from another dimension. Mm-hmm. And Whiplash is a guy whose dad helped develop the technology that made Iron Man's dad so rich and wants revenge because he didn't get none of that money. And he made energy whips.
I'm gonna
I go with what's his name? Ivan.
Ivan?
I'm
For Ivan. He wants his bird.
I
I want my bird. Is this a bird from Russia?
I'm gonna go with Dormammu because we got to see a little bit of his power, just him taking Caecilius and his cronies.
I would say Dormammu was intimidating because Doctor Strange literally could not beat him. So his plan was to make a deal with him.
I will annoy you.
Whiplash is a jacked, huge dude who's also super smart with a bad Russian accent. Dormammu was barely in Doctor Strange. Oh, man. This is tough.
I go with Ivan.
You're saying Ivan, you're saying Dormammu. I wrote Thanos on the spot. I am going with... And by the time I finish the sentence, I will know.
How long can you prolong this sentence with words? It ums.
Any day now.
Dang
You
it!
want to flip a coin?
No, I got this. Hang on. Okay, Dormammu's real cool, but you don't know much from the movie.
No, we don't.
Whiplash is kind of lame, but he's successful. And he has a robot army.
Yeah.
Dormammu has an army of mindless ones, but you never see him in the movie. It's just in the comics.
We're doing movies.
He had 3.
He was played by Benedict Cumberbatch, which is kind of cool.
He was the evil guy in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he played Doctor Strange and he played Dormammu.
Yeah.
Dormammu. I'll go Dormammu. Dormammu. 2 M's. Okay. All right. Next round. Caecilius versus Loki. Weird eye magic guy versus handsome magic guy.
I gotta go with charisma on this one. I'm going for Loki.
Yeah, Loki. Probably shouldn't have even pretended to think about it. Like, oh, who am I going to pick? It's Loki. Like,
Come on.
Next up, this one will be tough. Hela versus Killmonger.
Oh,
I pick Hela.
these two.
It's one for Hela.
Because she's an awesome villain.
She's an awesome villain, but she's also kind of one-dimensional. Killmonger had good reasons. He had good plans.
They're both going after their revenge.
Yeah.
But
And he had charisma.
If you think about it, Hela, she didn't really have a plan after she got the throne. She's like, conquer, and then we're gonna conquer some more.
Back to the old days of Asgard, where we just conquered stuff.
Yeah. Killmonger wanted to, like...
Again, very similarity.
People. Very similar.
Yes. They were both long-lost relatives of the hero who made a deal with a native of the land. We keep finding more similarities between Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther. He's like, I work for the throne, but they're jerks, so I'm gonna work with you. Instead.
Huh. Which movie are you talking about?
Yeah. Huh. Did Killmonger break something? Black Panther, like, he didn't break it. It was vibranium.
He burned
hammer.
He burned most of his.
Dang,
He burned the whole thing. He said no one...
They destroyed. So a long lost relative that they didn't know about showed up, destroyed the thing that gives them their power.
After he got the power.
Well,
or he
lost it. He lost it by that
perceived
point.
them dead.
Yeah.
Wait, did he not? No,
He burned the heart shaped
before
herb.
that he drank it though, right?
No,
Panther?
They gave him one.
What's her face stole one.
Yeah.
No. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about when he became the king.
Killmonger took some. Yeah.
And then
he burned it. Yeah.
He burned the rest.
But that doesn't work for my comparison of Hela.
That is true.
Hela was technically just like
Revenge.
Power. She didn't need the hammer. She was strong without it.
Yeah. But she did need Asgardians there because that's what gave her power. Mm-hmm. And he was, So it's almost like a reverse. So there's some differences. I'd have to say.
Yeah, the hero then had to team up with a really big guy that they've gone fights before.
I'd have to. I'm going with Killmonger just because I don't want to say his reasons were just.
I'm gonna go Killmonger. Also, he's better written than her, even though she is awesome. Because also, unlike Black Panther managing to get the upper hand on Killmonger, Thor couldn't beat her. He couldn't beat Hela. He had to summon a demon to do it. But
that's what makes it.
That being said,
awesome that he can never beat her.
But at least now you don't have to choose between Hela or Loki.
Yeah, that is true.
Moving on, Ultron or Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They were on the same team when they were all villains.
Got
It's
it.
interesting. They're from the same movie. I'm gonna go with Ultron. I'm gonna stick with Ultron because he stayed evil the whole time, and he was entertaining. Even though, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are both entertaining. I feel like Scarlet Witch didn't get good till Civil War.
I felt like Ultron was really close to
I think Scarlet Witch is still trying to figure out who she is too.
Yeah, that's part of it.
So that's probably why she doesn't know which way to go for yet.
Yeah.
I think, but yeah, like I said, I think Ultron had his. For me, it's because he almost actually completed his plans.
Mm-hmm.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in that movie almost got beat by a guy who has arrows, single-handedly. So I'm going with Ultron.
So Ultron wins. What'd you vote for?
Ultron.
Okay, cool. Unanimous. Ultron. Next up, the Winter Soldier or Yondu.
Ooh.
Winter
Two
Soldier.
family members who turned good eventually. One was brainwashed, one was just, put up a front.
I think I still want to go with Winter Soldier on this.
Winter Soldier?
Mm-hmm.
As a better villain.
As a villain, I'd go with Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you're both saying Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say Yondu, but Winter Soldier wins. Next up, Taserface and the Ravengers or Trevor Slattery.
This is like the losers bracket.
Damn. Can I just choose?
I'm going with Taserface, actually. Honestly.
Just because.
Taserface. I'll go with Taserface too. He was more of a villain.
More of an effective.
Well, funny that was the previous round because the next round is Thanos or Dormammu.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. Both little screen time.
Little screen time. Both possibly also the most powerful villains.
This is very
on this
true.
list, other than maybe Scarlet Witch, but she hasn't reached her potential yet. Thanos or Dormammu?
We haven't seen it yet, so.
I know we haven't seen either of them really break loose yet or show what they can really do.
That is true.
But I want to give it to Thanos because of what he tells Ronan the Accuser in Guardians, which is, I don't care about your little war, boy. Get me what I want, or I will soak the doorways with your blood. And he just smiles and leans back in his chair and goes away.
Yes. God, that was a pretty good line.
Dormammu's line is, "What is this? What do you want?"
Well, he keeps going back in time.
Yeah, he
and
just keeps.
changing everything
I mean, he
and
did.
annoying him.
Technically, he got the most wins out of anyone on his list. He killed Doctor Strange a lot
Tell me about it.
for probably years.
That's very true.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Thanos for right now.
So that's
Okay.
2 Thanos.
That's cool. I'm still gonna say Dormammu.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Loki versus Killmonger. Everyone's two favorite villains currently.
Hell yeah.
I'm going with Loki.
Loki
They're the
it
most
is.
fleshed out.
I know.
You're saying Loki too? Over
Loki it is.
Killmonger?
I got Loki outfit. Come on.
For the translation.
Michael
I'm
B.
glad
Jordan
you
was
did-
so ripped.
I know.
And he
I
had
know
little,
that's right.
he had bumps all over.
It was ripped.
Yeah.
Was
Both-
Loki ripped? We'll
No.
never know because he never takes his shirt off.
Both again family members.
He's still
Yeah.
hot, okay? Fish.
All right, Loki wins. But I'll throw that Loki, sure. Okay. Ultron versus the Winter Soldier.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Huh. Loki or Winter Soldier? I mean, Ultron or Winter
Ultron.
Soldier?
Well, we know where your heart's at. My heart is with
Loki.
Ultron.
You're saying Ultron?
Yep.
Oh.
Shrewsbury.
I still kind of go with Winter Soldier.
So it's up to me.
I know Ultron was bad. He did good, but
Where was Ultron, or where was Winter Soldier during Age of Ultron? Was he like?
He was in the wind.
Oh yeah, because Winter Soldier hadn't come out yet. Right?
Yeah, it was after that.
Okay.
Yeah, because Falcon was still looking for him.
Yeah.
Ultron,
I do like
Winter
his
Soldier.
character for Winter Soldier.
This is tough, but I think I have to give it to Winter Soldier.
Okay.
It's tough though, because I really do like Ultron.
Yes.
All right, Taserface or Thanos.
This is tough, really.
Thanos.
Pick
There we go, Thanos.
Oh, no, he's like the most.
Oh, we debated for a long time, but I guess Thanos wins. Thanos. Okay.
God damn it! No!
Loki or Winter Soldier?
Ooh.
Hot villain versus hot villain.
Exactly.
With long hair.
They both
A
have
past
long
with
hair.
theof heroes. They're both like brothers.
The dark past.
To their hero. One a little more literally.
I kind of want to go with Loki on this one.
Loki over Winter Soldier?
I'm gonna go with Loki just because he even at one point had. No, he didn't have control over Winter Soldier. Never mind, that was
He
Hawkeye.
didn't. Yeah.
But,
Because on the next.
yeah.
I'm going to say Loki too because, well, I think they're evenly matched in a lot of categories. Charisma, Loki's got Winter Soldier beat. So I'm going to go Loki. All right.
Now versus
For
Thanos.
the finals.
Ooh.
Loki versus Thanos. Loki worked for Thanos at one point, and then kind of got away with it for a while. I'm going to say Loki based on screen time and charisma. We haven't really seen Thanos that much, honestly. We just know that he's powerful, but we haven't seen it yet. And Loki, while powerful, is not as powerful as many others. Is still, he's still running today. Not a lot of these villains are alive.
It's very
Loki is alive because he knows how to play the ball.
He knows how to play.
He knows how to get through. So I'm going to say Loki.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Loki actually.
But
Loki.
we'll find out.
Well,
in
actually,
the Infinity War.
true, where they actually going to face off. So now it's the final round. Vulture from the previous bracket versus Loki.
Both green.
This is tough. They are both green. They are both well written. They both live. They both have their own. Well, I'd say Vulture has more honor than Loki. I was going to say they both have their own set of honor, but actually, Vulture has honor and Loki has loyalty, but not honor. Like he'll fight with Thor. Like he's like almost cool with Thor, but he doesn't have any honor. He'll betray Thor in a second.
Chips are down.
Vulture, when the chips are down, stuck by his guns and protected Spider-Man's secret identity. He could have made his life in prison a lot easier if he just gave up who he was. But he's like, if I knew, I would have killed him myself.
But I do like Loki for charisma, though.
You personally love Loki?
Yeah.
So you're voting Loki?
Yeah.
Voting for Loki. I'm going to say Vulture. Which means it's up to you, Mr. Golden.
See, this is very interesting because Vulture, as like a all-around character, even if he didn't have a suit, I'd still like him.
He was threatening.
He was threatening.
I mean, he had Spider-Man in the car. He had a gun, but he's Spider-Man, But he's still like,
Yeah.
he didn't, Peter Parker didn't try anything. He was like, okay, you're an adult.
Yeah. And Loki, yes, without his powers, he's kind of still effective, but I guess less effective as Vulture. But charisma-wise, I think Loki has it for me that I like Loki better. So
I argue Vulture has his own charisma, but I ain't mad.
Yep.
Loki wins. Loki is currently the best Marvel villain from the movies. I guess we'll see after Infinity War how that ends when we actually see Thanos in action.
Do some stuff.
Right?
Whoever the villain in Ant-Man and Wasp is,
That is true.
you know.
Yeah, they haven't even showed it.
I mean, we know Ghost is in it, but I don't think
right.
that's not main villain.
No.
So, who knows?
We shall find out.
Thank you for watching. What did you think of our list? Do you agree that Loki's the best Marvel villain? people have been saying that for years, and it apparently hasn't changed, according to us, anyway. Yeah.
I do say
Loki won.
At some points, he had kind of the easy road, but
It's yeah. Well, it was random.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. Loki. I was looking at the thing here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to watch more, a good way to do that is to subscribe to keep up with what we're doing. You could like this video if you like it. You could dislike it if you didn't like it. You could leave a comment. We're gonna have like our Instagrams down there and our Twitters if we have them and stuff. So
I got everything.
you can follow us if you want there. That's the end of the video. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right, hang on. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off now.
Why are you hiding behind a shield?
I'm gonna turn the camera off now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, you dropped it.
Hammer, please. Glove.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Can you get up?
There we go.
Here I go. Turn the camera off.
And you dropped it.
Hello.
Hulkbuster.
Oh God, I don't have any hands to turn it off with.
Use your finger.
Hang on.
Do you need help?
Where is it?
Close.
see
You're
it.
close. He's
got it.
He's not close. Oh.
Okay. Thank you.